It's me, I'm back. And older. I'm the older. I hope you guys are doing well today. We've got some fun stuff that we are working on with you. Let me make sure I can see everybody's comments here. And welcome, you guys. I want to make sure I'm not going through my system today. I'm going straight through Facebook to see if I can see comments better because I can never see the comments, and that's no fun. If I can't see what you're saying to me, I feel like I'm up here all by myself. So definitely let me know if you're here with a comment so that I can see all your pretty faces. So, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Um, okay. We're doing some fun stuff. Let me show you where we started. Where did we leave off last time? Yes, we put on the Debi's DIY black velvet, which is back in stock. You guys. So that's very exciting. Let me scroll down here. Oh, I see that there are people there. Okay. Hello, Denise. Hey, Chica, how are you? All right. So we put on the black velvet. Make sure you guys can see me okay. I'm trying to use a better camera, but one that I'm not looking in. So for all I know, it's like right here on my chin, and that's all you can see. But we're just gonna hope for the best. Aren't we? So on this piece, we're experimenting with painting over wax. And you guys are like, why? Why would you do that? Why, Sue? Why? Because I wanted to have a way to preserve my undercolor, which is the black velvet. And almost every time you guys paint with me, I try to blend the color that I'm painting with the color that's underneath it. But sometimes I don't want to do that. I don't want to blend in with the black. I don't want to get a bunch of grayed colors. I want this black to stay there, okay, to stay put. So normally what I would do is I would put on an acrylic top coat to kind of just block this out like a resist layer. And then I could paint on top of that. But then I was inspired by our girl, Turquoise Iris, Miss Dion, and I was inspired by some other people who said, you can paint right over wax. And I went, what? So we tried it. Now, take a look. I did it without you because I had to make a bunch of videos on how to do it. But I'm really thrilled with how it turned out. Okay, hold on. Okay. Can you guys see that okay? All right, sorry, my camera's backwards. And I can't figure out how to flip it. So I'm just like an idiot here. If I go that way, okay, come this way. Oh my God, how long does it take for me to figure things out? Basic movement. Can you guys see? I've got the light on. Is it too reflective? I can turn the light down if it's too reflective. Take a look at that and see if you can see what's happening, my friends. See if you can see what's happening. So basically, we're getting these really, really cool mottled greens going on, and the black is staying there, which I just think is kind of magical. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can kind of see that. Let me see if I can do that here. I'm learning so many things. I'm trying to learn all at once. If I press the plus button, there we go. So now you're kind of zoomed in a little bit more. Can you guys see that even better? See all these little mottled tones? They just make me so happy. So that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm trying to get. And I've done that, and then I put the wax back on, and then I've even played a little bit with some metallics and things of that nature. So what I want to do today is start painting the other side. Start doing the other side and seeing what you guys think, okay? Let me see if I can get that even closer there. Can you guys see that? There we go. I'm using a webcam that's supposed to be a better picture. So I'm hoping that you can see, and look, you can see all my mess, you can see everything else. You'll see it better when I do the pictures and everything, but suffice it to say it's working. It's definitely working, and I'm very happy with how it's turning out. And please feel free to ask any questions. Like, Sue, how do you so effortlessly move things around? It's just so magical. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna, hey, Angela. Hello, everybody. Thank you for jumping on here. Love seeing all your comments. I do have to scroll down which is a pain in the butt when I'm doing it live on Facebook. I think I'm just not even gonna bother looking at the monitor because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So let's just play around with some of the colors that we're gonna put out today and we're gonna play with. Um, we are going, let's see, where are they? I'm sorry, it's so noisy here today. I don't know why. It's like every single thing in the world is happening. I don't, right here, while I'm live. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start putting out some of the greens. I actually used some of the Bohemian Brights too with that chartreuse color. So I'm just gonna put, we don't need much. Let me put that where you can actually see it. I'm putting a little bit of Monet's Garden on there, okay? And what I am gonna tell you guys today that we wanna make sure that we do is keep a water bottle handy. I do have a water bottle handy. Okay, good. Y'all, I'm gonna practice. I took the week off and now I don't remember how to do anything. I don't remember how to walk and talk. All right, we're gonna put on some gypsy green. Really? Oh my gosh. Come on now. I hope you guys had a good week. I was in New Mexico. It was so nice for my birthday. Thank you so much for my birthday wishes. This is Gypsy Green. So I've got a little bit of the Bohemian Brights, the Monet's Garden. I'm gonna put a little bit of, tiny bit of Bohemian Blue. Just a smidge, okay? And then, what other green? Do we need any other green? You know what I'm gonna do? I think that's gonna be it for now. We're just gonna play with those. And then this is waxed. Are you feeling me on that? That's what's happening. So, oh, there we go. It does look, Angela, it does look like old plaster. Oh, here it is. So we're featuring the Monet's Garden right now. And you can use little black dress. I'm gonna put that on there. You guys can use little black dress or black velvet. It just depends on how black you want it. But I have both of them back in stock now. All right, so we've got our paints right here. Then the next thing we're gonna do is just make sure we have a variety of brushes. Y'all know I like to use a million different kinds of brushes. This is one, this is a Debi's design. I don't think she carries this one anymore. But basically, my favorite kind of brushes, I'm really getting into these by Daydream Apothecary. I know we're doing a Debi's thing right now, but these are so light. I've got them on my website. This is the Maya, and it acts like a natural bristle, except it doesn't lose bristles, and it's really light and it's really good on my wrist, so that I can kind of dig in and do these different effects. So just to recap real quick, if you're just joining us and you haven't seen all the other parts, we have painted this with black velvet. We have embossed it using paint frosting, and I waxed it. I know it sounds crazy. So now what we're gonna do is start blending the paints right on top, which is gonna be super fun. If I could stop walking in circles. Good grief, Susie Q. Oh, I wanna put a little bit more on here, mint chip. Mint chip. Can y'all tell that I like relaxed for the first time? Like, what? Paint? How do you paint? How do you paint? How do you walk and chew gum at the same time? Oh my God. It was so nice. We went, I got so inspired. We went to a bunch of museums. We went to a bunch of art galleries. We went to take Sadie to see St. John's, and she just absolutely loved it. So that was really fun. Okay, so now we got this going on here. Now that I know you can see me, I want to see comments, not me. Bessie, hello, my darling. How are you? So now we're going to wet this down. You might be like, what? What are you doing that for? Because the clay-based paints are already really porous and they dry really fast. Okay? And what I've learned in doing it this way, which I don't recommend, quite honestly, unless you really want your base layer to stay separate. Normally, I don't want it to stay separate. I want it to blend, but I want it to stay separate. But it's not that easy painting over wax. I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. So I'm gonna show you why. It's rewarding, but it's not that easy. So we've got that on there. I'm just gonna dip a little bit and kind of offload Monet's Garden. And I'm just loving the way it's picking up. It's picking up all this difference. Let me make sure you guys can see that. All the little differences in, can you guys see that okay? I think you can. I've got the reflection here. And it's beading, which is good. That means it's not soaking back in. So I'm kind of resting it on top. And I've had a lot of comments like on TikTok and Reels and wherever else I'm putting this. So like, oh, it's just gonna come right off. You guys, it's not. It's not gonna come right off. That's what we're learning. Think of it like one of the things I liked the most while I was looking at all of these art galleries was the encaustic work. Think of that. It's like we're layering the waxes. We're kind of like making wax and paint sandwiches in a way. So we're like waxing and then we're painting and then we're waxing and then we're painting. And it doesn't mean it's all gonna come sloughing off. This one gal, oh my God, she was making me crazy. I finally had to block her. On TikTok because she was just like, as soon as the sun hits it, it's all just gonna melt. So I say to her, in the nicest possible Southern tone that I could evoke, even though she was pissing me off, was, do you, hold on. When you drive down the road on a hot summer day, do you see the wax melting off of cars? Do you? No, y'all, it doesn't just melt off. It's pretty sturdy, okay? Once it's buffed, it's pretty hard and sturdy. I think people think it's like, I don't know, like wax candles or something. Are y'all seeing that? Are you seeing the magic? All right, let me put in a little bit, but do you see how fast it's drying? Like I can barely catch my breath and it's drying on me. So I gotta move fast, man. I gotta move fast. And I'm doing this in a few layers. I'm kind of doing a layer. So this is the Bohemian Blue. Oh my God, look at how pretty that is. Look at how pretty that is. And I got no rhyme or no reason. I got nothing. I got nothing going on upstairs. I am not thinking to myself, oh, if only I could make it look like a lake and then there's a tree coming through and then it's, no, not even. But I am continually misting. All right, and then I'm going to go in a little bit here with the mint chip. That one is definitely shows up more, and I'm just twirling it around. And it might be too much. Some of you in my viewing audience are like, that's too much, Sue. So just got to wet it and keep stippling it. Okay, and that's basically what I'm doing. And then once this dries, we have a couple options. We can do it all over again. We can wax and then keep painting. But what I did, and don't worry, I'm gonna have to explain to you how this works. But what I did is, you see all our raised edges there? Once all of this dries, I can go back. Okay, I can go back and sand, okay? And that brings back all of those embossed edges. Booyah! I mean, come on, how exciting is that? That's exactly what we want. We wanted all those raised edges to come through. So I'm just mushing this around. Honestly, let me see if y'all have any questions or if y'all are horrified. I love it. I love it when y'all are like, what the hell is she doing? Yes, Angela, exactly. It creates a shell. I don't know why people get so, oh my God. It just makes me so crazy. Look at me. I just sprayed this like in the complete opposite direction because I'm looking at the camera. Oh, now, and you can make it drippy. You can make it drippy if you want. I'm not, that's not really what I'm going for, but I can kind of keep messing around with the paints, and I can even get some of the black kind of coming through. The whole reason I wanted to do this look with the over the wax is because I wanted this to be really, really modeled and kind of kooky, for lack of a better term. I don't know how to describe it better. I wanted it to not feel in any way deliberate. I wanted it to feel balanced, but not deliberate. I'm really liking that. I'm liking that. I feel like I want to put in a little bit of our green. So I'm putting in Gypsy Green up here, which comes out really yellow. That's what I love about Gypsy Green. It's got just enough yellow in there to be just something special. Something special going on. Okay. Maybe even a little bit down there. Don't think too much. And I am going all the way across. I am going all the way across. So now I can kind of just let that go. Now on the other side, I did put in Bohemian Brights after I waxed. So I'm gonna take a risk right now, and you're gonna ask me what color, and it's called Spirited. I'm gonna put some on my brush right now, just to try. Okay, what do I wanna do? Maybe right in there. I don't know why I'm whispering, I don't know. Oh yeah. Now, for those of you who have tried the Bohemian Brights, they're very different. They're very different than the DIY paints. They're highly pigmented and they're not very clay-like. Okay, but do you see I'm already getting like some really fun highlights and lowlights there. Okay. So I made it more dramatic on the other side. So now what I want to do is just let that dry. And then I'll show you what we'll do next. So while we're letting that dry, and it'll dry really fast. It'll dry really fast. Let's go ahead. I've got my new webcam like stuck to this crazy piece of furniture that's high because I noticed when I was trying to read the comments, y'all were just seeing this. Okay, huh? So I tried to put my laptop up here. So forgive me, I'm getting used to it. I'm trying to make it better. Every live we try to make even better, even though we've been doing it for so many years. Hello, Miss Betty. Hello, everybody. All right, so what are we gonna do next, you ask? We are going, let's see here. She put the other drawer in. Let's see if that dried. Y'all, this has been kind of a problem piece. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a little bit difficult to work with. It's all gonna be okay when we're all done, but it's been a little bit difficult to work with. She says that she can't get the drawer back in. No, she's got it. Okay, so like this, see when you have that lip there, that means that one of the little pins is missing in the back, so I gotta take this out, pull it out, and put that back in. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. But this piece was just so dry that a lot of the veneer just kept popping off all over the place. So just to recap what I did here, if you guys follow me on TikTok, you've seen all the videos. Actually, they're all coming on Reels now. I finally got some help. So everything I post on TikTok will come over the same day over here to Facebook. So y'all don't have to be left out anymore. But basically what happened is all this veneer was coming off, but not enough for me to warrant pulling it all off, honestly. So what I did is I did a little bit of surgery. I glued it down, I filled it in, I spackled it, and then there were some places here kind of missing. And when I had the paint frosting, you guys, it worked brilliantly to fill in with the paint frosting because it thickened and hardened the paint. So it worked great. Let me show you. Oh, there it is on the floor. Okay. Ta-da! So here's the paint frosting. I think that's. Oh, look, it's not backwards, which is kind of a pain because I want the set to be backwards, but that's okay. So this is what we're using. And I put this in the paint. I mixed. It's only supposed to be a few drops, and I put in probably about a teaspoonful with about 6 ounces of paint, and it thickened it up. Okay, so this is painted with black velvet, and then I'm gonna go thicken up another jar of this, and then I'm gonna emboss the whole front. Now what I need to know from you guys is, this is my question, should we go with the same emboss pattern so it's all the way across? Okay, so because it's subtle, but should we do it all the way across, or should we do a different emboss pattern for the whole front? Because I'm gonna do that effect everywhere. Let me see if y'all have. I would love your feedback on that because I've been trying to decide the best way to do it. Oh, I did have a nice birthday. Thank you so much for that. We went to Canyon Road. We went to Canyon Road in Santa Fe and just saw art. Just got inspired. Just it was lovely. We also went to the Van Gogh immersive exhibit. That was awesome. Not all on the same day. Went out for a really nice lunch with my mom and just hung out with my sister and my daughter and my mom, and that was just, I mean, what more could you ask for? It was fantastic. So the other roller I was thinking about, let me see if it's right here. Did I leave it right here so that I could easily and effortlessly just like show you guys what I'm doing? No, of course not. I did not. You're thinking the same, Devlin? And thank you, Devlin. Thank you. Devlin left me the sweetest message. A review today. And I don't usually, I forget to ask, but I have this new program that I got that basically when you order for me, it allows me to check in on you and make sure that you got, because I sometimes forget to follow up and I do apologize, but it'll check in with you when your order should have arrived. And actually, it caught an order that was missing and we sorted it out and it wasn't on our end, but I was so glad I had that software because I think basically someone had to leave me a bad review and say I never got my paid. And then we figured it out. So yay, because it solved the problem that I didn't know I was having. And B, I really appreciate you guys who are ordering from me and leaving those because it super duper helps. Did I just get paint all over me? Hold on. I think I did. Anyway, so you guys think the same? I'm tending to go that way because we already are going to have a lot going on with this piece. So, you know, it's subtle, but it's a lot. So let's see, has this dried? Just about. I don't think I want to put wax on it just yet, you guys. We might have to come back later. We need to let it fully dry. But basically what I'm going to do is just let this fully dry. And then I'm going to wax it. And then I'm going to add some more highlights and lowlights, and then I'm going to wax it again because I'm kind of getting into this. And then what I did on the other side is I mixed some of the colors in the wax. So, you know, this is not a cost-effective approach to custom furniture, but you know me, I like to push the boundary. I like to see what if, because even though I'm doing this on this whole piece, and in the end, I'm going to spend way too much time doing it. It's too exciting to not do it. It's too much fun. And so if it helps you guys to learn how to do maybe the front of the drawers or maybe on a canvas, I don't know. I'll talk to you when I'm done and see if I would recommend this for the entire piece as I'm doing. But on the other hand, like I was saying, there was so much damage on this and there's so many places that are just messed up that this is going to cover it. You're never going to know. You're never going to know. So that's it for today, my friends. Thank you for coming back and joining me. We'll be back on Thursday. I will try to get more of it embossed so we can kind of get to the next stage of this. And then we got to think about what our next project's going to be. I don't have anything custom in line right now. I turned down like 5 jobs. Yeah, as a businesswoman, you know, it hurts to turn down jobs, but they all wanted me to paint something neutral. I know. So I said, no, thank you. I'm sure there'll be a colorful adventure awaiting me. I've just got to like push away what I don't want so the universe sends me what I do want. Except the universe kept sending me people who wanted me to paint animals or neutrals. No. Send me somebody who needs something purple, or they wanted lacquer. That was a big thing this month. People want bright colored lacquer, and I do have a contact and I can get that for you, but I do not do that. That involves like a spray booth and a mask and filter and precision and patience. These are all things that do not come into my world. We already know that. So let's all think together. Let's get another fun custom job coming in that's like a bright color like maybe some neons. We need to do another neon project. That would be really fun. So just send me some good vibes and tell me what you guys, comment below what you want me to do next. Because if we don't get a custom job, y'all, we can go crazy. We can do whatever we want. That's even more fun. All right. Mwah. All right, you guys, have a great day. Let me see if you have any questions before I head out of here. Thank you for sharing. Audio fades when I move away. Okay. What did you fill in with besides paint frosting? Nothing, Denise. I didn't fill in with anything. So this is just painted. I think what's happening is that the mic is here and then I'm here. What is that? I think I need to get a clip-on mic. I think we might need to do that. So give me time. We'll figure that out so that the audio is better through and through. So this is black velvet, and then black velvet mixed with paint frosting, embossed, then waxed, then painted. What I will show you right now is, oh shoot, somebody's calling me. Isn't it nice that I'm not doing this through my phone, so it doesn't matter? Hold on, go to voicemail. San Francisco, yeah. I know if it's from San Francisco, it's junk. Because I only have a couple friends left there, and if it's not their number, it's junk. Okay, so one thing I will show you before we go. So the paint frosting is the paint thickened, right? So that means if we kick it back just a little bit, watch. Start seeing the black. Isn't that awesome? I don't want to go too much because I don't actually want to take away my pattern. But now when I go and wax that, the black comes back through. So much fun. Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions? This is going to be on YouTube as well. Do I sell the embossed roller? Pam, you know, let me answer this honestly. I used to sell these embossed rollers, and I am a huge fan of the Gal where you can get these embossed rollers. But they're pricey. In my opinion, they're pricey, and I wasn't able to turn them very fast because they can get expensive. So I will tell you that if you want to buy them directly, get them from Artistic Painting Studio. I used to have an affiliate link, but I don't anymore. I might reach out to Jennifer and see if she's down with that. She's a really sweet lady. She does a ton of cool stuff with the metallics and the papers and the embossing and all the stuff. But I will also tell you that there are imitations that you can get, and I have them on my Amazon page. They may not have the same longevity, but if you're like me and you're not using it all day, every day, like on a wall, and that's not your trade, you just would rather have variety and maybe mix and match, there's some sets on there that, you know, there. I like supporting small business, but if you're on a budget and you're kind of like me and you want to have a lot more to choose from, I'm just going to be honest with you that you can get them on Amazon, and I've got them on my Amazon page. Message me and I'll send you the link. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Chris, Chris, because you're watching me on TikTok where I've already gone ahead. Yes. Y'all are cracking me up. Y'all are cracking me up. Yes. Okay. So here's what's happening. There is a space and time continuum because some of you follow me on different mediums. So this is, I'm a mess. What's going on? This is the order of operations. We're not doing any more creating today. If you want to go, totally understand. Y'all have a great day. Okay. But this is the order of operations. Whatever I'm doing, if you want to see it live, be here. You're right here, right? We're on Facebook. Okay. That's live. Then while I'm doing it live, in between, I'm making short videos while I'm doing it. And I'm posting those on TikTok, and then those get funneled to Reels. Then, when we're all done with that, I've also been taking footage in between. So I'm going to make you a YouTube video that's going to have beginning, middle, and end. So you won't have to piece together all these little segments. The TikToks are really just for you to kind of keep up with what I'm doing and laugh at my mishaps. So then, 2 weeks after, you're going to get the blog. So make sure you're on my email list, and I'm going to send you a link to the blog. And the blog's going to have the where and what for, everything I used, how I did it, all the TikToks there, so you can go back and laugh at them, plus the fully edited video. And that is why it's taking me 2 to 3 weeks to do a blog post, but they are so comprehensive and so awesome. I'm just taking my time so that when we're all done, it's all in one place. But I personally think it's more fun when you guys are with me in real time, so you can totally see all the mistakes that I make and catch up. So not a space and time continuum, exactly, Chris, just the opposite side. So I needed to finish this side, and now I'm going to start on the whole front. Okay? Okay, I think that's it. Did I answer any more questions? I love that you guys are like, this is what she did on the talks. All right, you guys, have a fantastic afternoon. It's gorgeous here. It's sunny. It's warm. I came back to spring, and I'm going to go play for a while, and then I think I'm going to redo my hair. So tomorrow should be a whole new day. All right, bye.